The year is 2007, and Destiny walks into the club for the first time with nervous hands and borrowed confidence. The lights already too bright and the music too loud for someone still learning how to stand tall. She is new, and everyone knows it the moment she steps onto the floor. She smiles when she is supposed to smile, moves when she is told to move, and by the end of the night she makes some money. But not the kind people talk about. Fees eat into it, tips get split, managers take their cut, and what is left feels thin in her palm.
Right.
When the night ends, Destiny goes home to a small place where her grandmother waits for her. This is the woman who raised her, the woman who stayed when her mother disappeared and never came back. Destiny hands over part of her earnings without a word because rent, food, and medicine matter more than pride. Her grandmother does not ask questions. She never does. She just nods, tired but grateful, and Destiny tells herself this is enough for now. Time moves forward, fast and rough.
How come you're so good?
And 7 years pass before Destiny sits across from a reporter named Elizabeth, telling her this story out loud for the first time. The room is quiet, the recorder is on, and Destiny speaks calmly, even though the memories still carry weight. She says everything really begins the night she meets Ramona Vega. It is just another shift when Destiny first sees her, but the room changes the second Ramona steps onto the stage. Ramona does not rush. She owns the space without asking for permission. Every move is smooth, every pause perfectly timed, and money rains down like it wants her approval. Destiny watches from the side, stunned, realizing this is not just dancing, this is control, this is power. After the set ends, Destiny follows her upstairs to the roof, heart pounding like she is chasing something she does not yet have words for. Ramona is up there smoking, wrapped in confidence and calm, the city buzzing below them. Destiny asks for a light, her voice small, and Ramona looks at her for a moment before stepping closer. It is cold, so Ramona pulls her into a fur coat without asking, like it is the most natural thing in the world. They talk up there, not like strangers, not like competition, but like two people who understand the same hunger. Ramona listens as Destiny talks about money, about struggle, about taking care of family. She does not judge. She nods. Then she smiles in a way that feels like an invitation and a challenge at the same time. Ramona tells her the club is a game, and most people never learn the rules. She says talent matters, but strategy matters more.
Maybe we could work together. No?
She offers to teach Destiny how to move smarter, how to read people, how to stop working so hard for so little. Destiny listens, wrapped in warmth that feels bigger than the coat, realizing this moment is a turning point, even if she does not yet know how far it will take her. With Ramona's help, Destiny stops guessing and starts learning.
There you go. Hold yourself up.
I'm trying.
Diamond joins in too, sharp and fearless, breaking down every move until nothing is left to chance. They teach her how to walk into a room and read it in seconds, how to know which men want attention and which want control, which ones spend fast and which ones need to feel powerful before they open their wallets. It is not just dancing anymore. It is timing, tone, silence, and knowing when to smile and when to pull away. The lessons work. Destiny's nights change. Money stacks up instead of slipping through her fingers. She pays bills without panic now. She brings groceries home without counting every item. Her grandmother stops worrying out loud, and that alone feels like a win. Men take care of Destiny in ways she never imagines before, buying her computers, fixing problems before she even asks, treating her like someone worth protecting. For the first time, life feels steady. Ramona becomes more than a mentor. Destiny meets her daughter, a quiet little girl Ramona raises on her own, and sees another side of the woman who rules the club floor. At work, Ramona is sharp and untouchable, but at home she is careful, tired, and deeply focused on keeping her child safe. Destiny watches this and learns something else. something no one ever teaches her directly. This is all for survival, not glamour.
I swear I'd do anything for this kid.
Then one night the club explodes with energy. Usher walks in, and the DJ spins his songs like they are spells. Every girl floods the floor. Mercedes, Liz, Tracy, all of them laughing, moving, shining under the lights. Destiny dances without fear, without stress, just joy in her body and music in her bones. Later, she will say it is one of the best nights of her life, not because of the money, but because everything feels alive. The next year, the world shifts. The recession hits, and it hits hard. The Wall Street men who once filled the club disappear almost overnight. The ones who still come in spend less, talk more, promise things they cannot give. The club grows quiet. Empty chairs sit where money used to flow. The magic drains out slowly, like air from a tire. Around this time, Destiny meets a man who makes big promises and stays just long enough to change everything. She gets pregnant, and suddenly, the club no longer fits into her life the same way. She steps away, telling herself this is a new chapter, that love and family will be enough. By 2011, that illusion breaks. The relationship ends in shouting and slammed doors, and Destiny throws him out for good. Now it is just her daughter, and her grandmother, and the pressure comes back heavier than before.
After I stopped working, I lost touch with Ramona.
She calls an old client, the one who once bought her a computer, hoping for help. But he is married now, closed off, unavailable. She tries to find a normal job, sitting across from an interviewer who barely looks up, flipping through a thin resume that tells none of her real story. With no other choice, Destiny walks back into the club. It feels smaller, colder. Mercedes, now the club mom, pulls her aside and tells her the truth. The old days are gone. The girls Destiny knew are gone too. In their place are new faces, foreign accents, and cheaper prices.
Yep.
What the hell happened to this place?
2008 happened.
The rules have changed, and so has the money. What once felt like a world full of opportunity now feels like a fight for scraps, and Destiny realizes she is starting over again, but this time with much more at stake. In that low, quiet moment, Destiny runs into Ramona again. The sight of her feels unreal at first, then warm, like finding a piece of yourself you thought was gone. They hug for a long time, the kind of hug that says more than words, and decide to sit down together at a small diner to talk and breathe and remember who they are. Over coffee and greasy food, Ramona talks about her life now. The club days are over for her and Mercedes, replaced by retail jobs that barely cover rent and drain every ounce of pride. Ramona's boss talks down to her, smiles while doing it, and expects gratitude in return. She hates it. She hates feeling small again.
Please, I wouldn't ask if it wasn't for my kid.
Am I the father?
One night, back when she still visited the club, she finds a girl named Annabelle sitting alone in the dressing room, crying quietly so no one hears. Annabelle tells her the truth, that her family cut her off when they found out how she survives. Ramona listens, studies her, and something clicks in her mind. Not pity, opportunity. With no real money left in the club, Ramona comes up with a new plan. Instead of waiting for men to walk in, they go out and find them. Bars, lounges, anywhere men gather with money and loneliness.
Wanna go fishing?
What's fishing?
She calls it fishing. She brings Mercedes and Annabelle with her, and together they charm men, drink with them, make them feel chosen, then guide them back to the club where the spending explodes and the cards keep swiping.
No problem. No problem.
The system works fast and clean at first, and the money starts flowing again. Sometimes Ramona goes further. She slips something into a drink, just enough to soften the edges and blur the night, then leads the man back and drains his card before morning comes. She tells Destiny all of this without flinching, and then asks her to join them. Destiny pauses, thinking about her child, about lines she refuses to cross, and finally agrees on one condition, that nobody gets seriously hurt. Ramona nods, like that is enough.
Are you in?
For a while, it feels unstoppable. Destiny, Ramona, Mercedes, and Annabelle move like a unit, smooth and practiced, pulling in cash so fast it barely feels real. They bring in more girls to keep up with demand, turning their operation into something bigger than any of them planned. Ramona throws a huge Christmas party, loud and warm and overflowing with food and gifts. Destiny brings her grandmother, who laughs and smiles like she belongs there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, my little baby girl.
And for one night, they all feel like a family stitched together from broken parts. Then the cracks start to show. By 2013, other girls copy their methods, and the club fills with echoes of their own ideas. Ramona grows restless and angry, asking why they should share profits with anyone at all.
Copycats.
She moves operations into hotels and private spaces they control, places with more money and fewer eyes. The cash grows, but the danger grows with it. They pull in new girls they barely know, people like Dawn, whose smile never quite reaches her eyes. Ramona and Destiny start to clash. Ramona wants fast money, maxing out cards in one night, burning bridges without regret. Destiny sees long-term value, repeat clients, safer patterns, but Ramona no longer listens. Regulars disappear. The men they deal with become rougher, riskier, harder to read.
Let's do it for the full 50. We're never gonna see him again.
One night, everything spirals. Mercedes calls Destiny in a panic, her voice shaking, words tumbling over each other. A client, high and out of control, jumps from his roof and crashes onto concrete instead of water. Destiny tries to reach Ramona and gets nothing but silence. She rushes out with Annabelle, helps clean the mess, helps drag a naked, bleeding man into a car, and dumps him at a hospital before anyone can ask questions.
We can't just leave him.
I'm not going inside.
Mercedes, this is a business.
She drives home covered in blood and cheap fabric, drops her daughter at school like it is just another morning, her hands still shaking. When she finally gets home, the noise stops. The house is too quiet. Her grandmother is gone. No warning, no goodbye, just absence. At the funeral, Destiny finally breaks, the weight of everything crashing down at once, and Ramona holds her as she cries, holding on as if that alone might keep what is left from falling apart too. Elizabeth asks when it all finally breaks, and Destiny knows the answer right away because it is Doug, a man already crushed by loss, who calls begging for help after they drain his card, and for the first time she feels the weight of what they are doing. Ramona shuts him down, but Doug goes to the police with proof.
They maxed out my corporate card.
And once one girl talks, everything falls apart fast. Destiny is told she will lose her daughter if she stays silent, so she chooses her child, even though it means betraying Ramona. When she tells her, there is anger, then grief, and they cling to each other knowing it is over. While the others move on with light punishment and Ramona carries the weight alone, she was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment, and later, after the story spreads, Destiny expects to hear she was erased, but instead learns that Ramona still keeps her close in the only way she can, holding on to her memory quietly, like a mother who never really lets go. And that truth breaks Destiny O, leaving her in tears, and finally brave enough to reach back.